One of the first questions I'm always asked when I speak to business owners about using Facebook is why they should be using it. Most people see Facebook as a playground, a place to have fun, and not a place for business. But in today's world, that's simply not the case. In this movie, I'll break down using Facebook for business, and I'll give you some insight into why you should care about Facebook, what the advantages and disadvantages are, and I'll give you a brief overview of how you can get started using Facebook as a business tool. So, why should you care about Facebook? Well, here are some key stats according to the 2012 State of Inbound Marketing Survey. More than half of Facebook users log in on a daily basis. That's a lot of people that have the potential to see what you post and what you have to say. The average user spends over 15 hours per month using Facebook. That's a lot of time that could be spent seeing the posts that you have, or the photos you share, and the comments that you leave. And they could also be spending some of that time engaging with you and your business and helping drive traffic to you. The average user has over 130 friends, which means each time they engage with you, it has the potential for at least 130 people to see that engagement and then drive them to your business as well. The average user is connected to over 80 pages or groups on Facebook, which again just deepens the pool of people that you have to pull from to gain more traction and more eyes on the content that you're creating. Lastly, 75% of brand likes on Facebook come from Facebook ads, which means that this is one of the most effective ad platforms all around. You can actually target and find new customers using Facebook ads, and it's a very cheap and easy solution. In short, Facebook gets people looking at you and your business and has the potential to reach new customers you never even thought about previously. If you're still not convinced, here are some more reasons that I created for using Facebook. Number one, it's easy. Chances are you're probably already using Facebook as a social network, so incorporating it into your business strategy shouldn't be that big of a stretch for you. Number two, your customers are already there. I can guarantee you that. Just about everyone that you would want or need to reach via Facebook is probably already there and using it quite frequently. Now it's time for you to take advantage of that and put yourself out there and in front of them. Number three, you get immediate feedback from your customers. Imagine this. You own a small bakery and you post a photo of hot, fresh scones just as they come out of the oven. Your customer sees that on Facebook, drives down, and buys a few. Then as they're leaving and taking a bite, they post a comment on that photo telling you how delicious those scones are. It doesn't get much faster than that. Plus, their friends, potentially 130 of them, see this post and their comment, and they think, man, I could go for a scone. So they hop on down to the bakery and load up. Bottom line, you win. Number four, your competition is already there too. Yeah, you can pretty much bet on this one. Everybody is on Facebook, including your competition. And now is the time to jump aboard the train because some of your competitors, sadly, have already left the station. Number five, SEO advantages. Facebook is one of the most visited sites in all the world. Tying your business into Facebook makes it more likely that you are going to show up in search results when people are looking for businesses in your particular area of expertise. Finally, Facebook ads. As you'll see later on in this course, it's never been easier or cheaper to reach hundreds, if not thousands, of people. Okay, so I've got you convinced. Now I've got to be honest with you and share both the good and the bad points about using Facebook for your business. We'll start off with the good. Here are some advantages to using Facebook for business. Number one, it's a fast and easy way to reach new customers. As people start to engage and like your comments and posts and everything that you do on Facebook, that's going to trickle down to their friends and their friends and their friends, etc. You can constantly be reaching new people without having to do anything. It's easier for people to find you on Facebook if they're local. So if you're a local brick and mortar business, people can search for things like plumbers, Italian restaurants, bakeries, what have you, and they'll be able to find you using Facebook's powerful search. But they can't find you if you're not there. The ads on Facebook are simple, straightforward, and cheap. As you'll see when I break this down for you step by step later in the course, you can target an ad to a specific group of people. You can limit it to certain areas of the country. It's so easy to target small groups of people using these ads and get a huge return on a very cheap investment. Facebook is also the easiest way to communicate with users across multiple platforms. Chances are your customers are using all types of devices: iPhones, iPads, Samsung Galaxy Tabs, Nooks, Blackberries, whatever it happens to be, your customers are spread across all different types of devices and many different platforms. Facebook is on all of those platforms. There's an app for Facebook on just about every platform that exists, meaning you can stay connected with your customers and engage and have a conversation with them anytime, no matter where they or you are in the world. Now, with the good also comes the bad, so let's talk a little bit here about the disadvantages to using Facebook for business. Number one, you don't own the content that you put on Facebook. Sure, it's yours and you're actually putting it there, but as long as it lives on their site, it's their material. And you can find ways to get it downloaded back, but in essence, it's living on a third-party section of the internet. Which leads me to this. Facebook isn't your website. Sure, you get facebook.com/yourname in the address bar, but it's not your website. And as any marketer will tell you, the idea is to drive traffic to your website, not someone else's website. So why use Facebook at all? You have to think of social media websites, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, whatever. You have to think of these as funnels back to your website. So you're engaging people on a site that they're already a part of, a site they already know how to use, a site they already trust. That's Facebook. Once they find you on Facebook, they then see what you are, what you do, and what you're all about. They like your posts, they engage with you, and hopefully somewhere in there you're driving them back to your website or your service. Whether you're an online business or a brick and mortar store, this is where you determine how you get people through your door. You also have to realize that there's no overnight success formula when it comes to Facebook. Yeah, occasionally you're going to post something that may go viral with a couple of thousand likes or something like that, but there is no overnight success. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight just because you decided to get on Facebook. And you need to understand that. It's hard work, and it takes time to build a brand. One of the most frustrating things about Facebook is the fact that it changes so frequently. Since I've been using Facebook as a business tool, Facebook has changed the way pages work several different times over. They've also changed the way ads and insights work as well. This can be really frustrating as a business owner. You constantly have to stay on your toes and keep apprised of all of the changes that Facebook is making so that you can take advantage of all of their new features as they roll them out. Finally, the biggest disadvantage that I see to Facebook is the fact that you will undoubtedly encounter somebody that I call that guy. And that guy is somebody who comes to your Facebook page and stirs up trouble. Whether he's bought something from you before or he just heard something through the grapevine, this is the guy that comes in and just stirs up dust. Now, there are ways to protect yourself against that guy, but inevitably, you're still going to run into him at some point. That is one of the biggest disadvantages, the fact that you have to fight this constant fight. Because Facebook is such an open and social platform, it almost invites that kind of disruption. But what makes it frustrating is also what makes it so great, because you also have the potential to engage and communicate with your customers in ways you never thought possible. So we've gone through the good, we've gone through the bad. Now you're wondering, how do I start? Well, here are some basic steps to getting your business on Facebook. Step number one, you have to sign up for a Facebook account. Now, true, you can create a page without actually tying it to a Facebook account. That is possible. But I recommend creating a Facebook account when creating a page. Why? There's one big reason. Because it gives you the ability to have two different presences on Facebook. You can act both as your page and as an individual business owner. This gives you the ability to respond personally to that guy when and if you encounter him. This makes it a more personal experience for you and your customer and hopefully creates a more symbiotic relationship between the two. After you've signed up for Facebook, you need to create a Facebook business page. Don't worry if you don't know how to do that. That's what this course is for. I'm going to walk you through that step by step later on. Next, you need to develop something I call an SMS, a social media strategy. This is where you determine how you're going to use Facebook to bring people in to your business. If you're a brick and mortar store, how do you get people through the door? If you're an online business, how do you drive traffic back to that website and get people to buy something from you? This is your social media strategy, and you need to develop this completely before you get started. Next, you need to develop something called an asset package. An asset package contains a lot of different things, and I'm going to discuss that in depth in a later movie. But just know that it contains things like avatars, photos, taglines, catchphrases, biography information, all of this different type of stuff that's going to be needed to have your business looking its best on Facebook. You also need to fill out your Facebook timeline completely. Your asset package can only take you so far. It can fill out your bio, it can fill out when you were founded, it can give you a profile picture and a cover photo, but it can't write all of your descriptions. It can't do your postings. It can't do all of the big events and things like that that you need to post on your timeline. Filling out your timeline completely and staying up to date with posting on your timeline is an essential part to being on Facebook, because a neglected timeline is worse than having no timeline at all. The last thing you have to do, the 3 E's: engage, engage, engage. You have to find a way to speak and create conversations with your customers. This is the fundamental thing that we do on Facebook as a business or as an individual. We communicate with people. We engage with them. We draw them in, create conversations. We reply to comments that they leave. They like something, we like their comment. All different types of things that you need to be doing correspond to engagement. And I'm going to talk about engagement and building your community throughout this course. All right, hopefully by now you have a better understanding of why you would want to use Facebook for business, both the pros and cons for doing so, and how to get started. Now, let's go ahead and jump right in and get started building your Facebook business presence.